is The Lion Sleeps Tonight, also sometimes known as Wimowee. So this is a special request for Siobhan. So hi Siobhan. Siobhan is a Year 4 pupil that it is my pleasure to teach and is also a subscriber to this channel. So thank you Siobhan for all your support and well done for all your hard work in learning the keyboard so far. So this is The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I've got two hands playing together. The right hand is playing the melody, that's a fancy word for the tune. And the left hand is playing the accompaniment, and that's a fancy word for the backing music. So I'll show you both, starting with the right hand. So we've got two sections, verse and chorus. For the verse, your right hand is in a fixed position. In other words, you don't have to move it around, you don't have to do any stretching or finger replacing or anything like that. Fixed position like this, thumb on A. That's A there. Group of 3 black keys, A is the white key got on the right of the central one. B next door with finger 2, C sharp. Now this is C sharp here, the black key that's the left of the 2 black keys together. Sharp in music, if you see it written, it looks exactly like a hashtag symbol. If you see the hashtag in music, you remember to call it sharp. What does it mean? Well, this is the note C on the left of these set of 2 black keys, and C sharp is the black key that's just up in pitch to the right on the keyboard. So C sharp is there. So I've got 1 on A, 2 on B, 3 on C sharp, 4 on D, and 5 on E. Nice and comfortable 5-finger position. So from here on, I'm just going to talk about finger numbers, assuming that you've got them in the right place. It starts like this. That's fingers 1, 2, 3, 2. Then 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. From the start, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this is the ending of the first half of the verse. 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay? So the whole thing from the start. And for the start of the second half of the verse, we've got finger 5 is finally invited to join in. So it starts with 5, and then we do this. That's 5, 3, 2, 3. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down through your fingers from 5 all the way to your thumb. Now the end of the second half of the verse is the same as the end of the first half. In other words, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. And that brings us to the chorus. Now the chorus, we need one new note, which is a low E, which is all the way down here. Now, if you're going to be playing with both hands together, then you're going to have to do a little stretching here. If you're just playing the melody, then there's another way. I'll show you that in a moment. But first of all, let's show you the stretch. So your hand is going to pretty much stay where it is, but your thumb is going to go all the way down to E. And then you're going to play a high E with finger 5. That's called an octave. Oct meaning 8 notes. 8 notes, octave. Oct, if you recognize that from other words like octagon, a shape with 8 sides, or octopus, a creature with 8 legs. So you might have guessed that oct means 8 notes. So we've got to stretch an octave. Now, if your hand's a little bit smaller than mine and you can't quite stretch it, then what you'll have to do is just pick up your hand and move it. Right, now I can't do 2 octaves. My hand's not that big, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do that. Nearly got it. That was better, all right? So you move as quickly as you can and hit your target note. The trick for that is you look at it. I didn't do it first time, which is why I slightly missed it. If you look at it, it's much easier to hit it accurately. So we go E with our thumb up to a high E, and we hold this for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 4, 5, 4, 3. And then we're all the way down to that E with our thumb again. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Now, if you're playing just the melody and you don't want to do the accompaniment, then you can save yourself that trouble of stretching and just bring your left hand in to play that note E. And then this right hand can stay in the same position that it's been throughout the verse. There you go. So that's your melody. Let's now look at the accompaniment. Now on this keyboard, the AXB25, which some of you may have, the magic buttons we need. First of all, we need to set the style. That's the word that this keyboard uses for the different drum patterns. On your keyboard, it might possibly be the word rhythm. So we set that. And on this particular keyboard, I'm using number 26. Another option is 49, and there are some others as well. It's got to be a kind of swing type beat. And then there's a tempo. Tempo is the word we use in music, meaning the speed. How fast is the piece? So on this keyboard, the tempo controls are here. Tempo, minus and plus. So when I originally switch onto this rhythm, it comes up at tempo 152. So I need to get it down to 120 or else it'll be way too fast. Okay, so set the tempo. If, by the way, if you're finding it difficult to play at that speed, or if you're just learning it, you can set the tempo much, much slower. The lower the number, the slower the speed. And practicing it, a piece of music that you're learning slowly at first is a very good way to practice. It's what professionals very often do when they're learning a new piece of music. So 120 is what I'm playing it at. I think that's a good speed. But if you're learning it at a slower pace, that's fine. Right, so I've set my tempo. I now need, on this keyboard, the button is ABC, which stands for auto bass chord. That now turns this lower part of the keyboard, instead of playing the same sound as the rest of the keyboard, it's now going to play chords, okay? And when everything else is set up, it's going to play the whole backing music. So I've got my ABC on. Then I need to press sync start. Sync spelled S-Y-N-C, short for synchronized. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. You press it, and as soon as you press one of the keys down in this section, the music starts. There you go. So instead of ABC, if you've got one of the other models of keyboard that you possibly have, the word is single, which means single fingered. In other words, you can play the whole accompaniment pressing just one key with one finger. So or you might have a different kind of keyboard and it might say, for example, accompaniment, or just ACC for short, because accompaniment is a very long word, takes up a big space on your keyboard. So hopefully you'll know which one to do. So sync start. The other one I'm doing at the start, before the start, is there's a button on this one called intro stroke ending, and I'm going to use that for both. The intro, short for introduction, the piece at the start of the music, and so I've got intro and sync start, and it goes like this. So I've got a total, in this case, it's a total of 8 beats before it starts. It also gives you a chance to get ready to play your melody. All right, so intro, sync start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which takes us to the different chords that we're going to play. 3 different chords. First one, A, so that's A, and you might recognize it from when we learned about the melody a little while ago. And then we're going to a D. Now, you can go either up or down to a D. I'm choosing to go down. So that's D there, in between the 2 black keys. The second white key from the very edge of the keyboard. And then I'm going back to A, and then I'm going to E, just next to D on the right of the 2 black keys. Now, it's 4 beats for everything. Always 4, no variation. So, from the start, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you notice you don't have to hold it down. You just press it and it plays. You can release your finger. It gives you lots of time to move back and forward. Okay, so the final little details are, on this keyboard, I have things called a fill. So what that does, it does a little kind of in-betweeny bit between one section and another. And the difference between my A section is very slight, but there is a bit of a difference. So this is A, and this is B. So there's like an extra sound in the background there. It's like an organ sound, just holding a long note. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the verse under section A, and when I get to the chorus, I do fill B, and it changes, makes a little bit more going on for the chorus, and then I do fill A back to the original beat when I return to the verse. There you go, the line Sleeps Tonight. Let's have it one more time, especially for Siobhan. All right, here we go. And I forgot to say, at the very end, when I'm finished playing for the last time, I hit that same button again, the intro ending button. So that means if it's at the start, you get an introduction, and if it's at the end, you get a different kind of ending, which you just heard there, which is a nice way. You can just stop it, but if you've got an option for making it an ending, that's always a better option to choose. Right, that's us. That's all for now. Bye-bye.